I'm gonna see if I can put it on Justin TV.
You see my video? Can you see me?
No, I still can't see you. Okay, so this is what you're going to use. First, we need to get video from your end. I don't think the camera, you got to turn on the camera on your side.
So you can't see me?
I can't, no, not right now.
1 minute to see.
I'm going to put in the new link right now. There's the new link in the chat. If you click on that, you should be able to see me. I would shut the volume. When you click on that link, like it's another window, there's a volume button. I would just keep it silent because you're listening to me through Skype.
It's Justin TV. 1 minute.
Okay.
It says loading video.
Yep, good. And it may show an advertising type of thing, and then you should be able to skip it.
Now I see, but I see a very big delay. Tell me something. Can you hear me?
I hear you. The video that you're seeing right now is a little bit of a delay. That's
Yes.
normal.
Ah, okay.
It's going to be normal. Like right now, I'm shaking my hands on the screen, so it probably takes a couple of seconds to catch up. But you hearing me live time, like through Skype. You and I are going to be dialoguing through live time through Skype, and it's going to be recording live time and then pushing it to Justin TV right now, so that you can at least, you can see me. Makes it a little easier, I think. But as far as I don't see you. Like if I go to add Skype cam right now, this is you. Like wait until it updates on Justin right now, then you'll see where you're at. Like it just says your name and that's it. I don't get any video feeds from you.
So let's close Skype to see if I can hear you. If I can hear you via Justin TV.
Oh, you're gonna hear me through Justin TV, but I won't be able to hear you or see you.
So what do you suggest?
We need to get your video going on Skype right now, because if you look at Justin, you see now it shows your picture in Skype.
So I must turn off video on Skype?
Turn on video in Skype. It's not on.
It is not on, but the button doesn't work at all. It says turn off, but it doesn't turn off. 1 minute to go via the big computer. 1 minute.
Okay.
Because big computer crashes only on Skype. If we continue talking via Justin TV, you will not have a video from me, yes?
What's that?
I said that if we start talking via Justin TV, you will not be able to see me, yes? Or is there a way to see?
Yeah, there's going to be a way to see you on Justin TV. Once you get the video, your video cam on, like. You may have to close out of Skype and reopen Skype. Maybe that will probably do it. And once my program pulls your Skype video immediately and pushes it to Justin, with me. Like right now, you're seeing Justin, you see me on the left side of the screen, and the right side screen is you. But when your video camera goes on and works with Skype, then we see you next to me, you know? And then you can, I mean, you can see me that way. It's just like a 2-second, 3-second delay of me and you at the same time that's showing on the video, but we'll be talking to each other live through Skype. And that's what's being recorded live, Skype.
So we will record it. Okay, 1 minute to see what I can do. I see a button on Justin TV where it says broadcast.
No, not on Justin TV. You will need to do it through Skype.
Through Skype, okay.
On Skype, where the microphone is, like where you will go to end the call, if you move the mouse to the actual screen, there's like a red phone and then a plus to add people to the call. To the left there, you got the mic, and then you got the video cam. And it may have a red line across, so you would have to click on it.
This, I went to Tools Options on Skype, and I see that on Options, I push video settings, and my webcam is on, and it was showing my face, but now it doesn't show. 1 minute to close camera, close camera software, and go back again, Tools, Options, Video Settings.
If you see the arrow like going around in a circle there, you're gonna have to disconnect the call from Skype and recall. That's all. Like the Skype call, we would have to end the Skype call and recall again in Skype, and then your camera should work.
Okay, let's stop the calling and recall.
Okay. Perfect. Now I see you. So now if I go to here, there we go. Now I can fix you up. Now you should see yourself in Justin right now, right?
1 minute to open Justin. Is there a need for me to open Justin? Okay, I will open Justin and we will talk via Skype, okay.
Right. I'm just gonna try to fix. 1 second, I try to fix this. Make you look all nice. There we go. Beautiful. Okay.
Very nice.
Now let me try the other one. Perfect. See, now I can put you on a full shot on Skype. See? There we go. How you like yourself? Good. Good. Okay, so if I go back to me and you. Okay, that's good. Okay, awesome. Now we're excellent. Now we're gonna be good. Okay, so now we have that straight out, because I think it's too complicated to do this blindly without you seeing me and me seeing you, right? Okay, so
there's a very big delay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a delay on Justin, but as long, you know, if I'm gonna show something, then it's just a matter of waiting for a little bit, 3-5 seconds. I'm gonna see if I can bring up the speed a little bit in Justin right now. Let me see if I can.
No, don't worry. I was hearing you twice, one from Justin and one from Skype, but I muted Justin.
Yes, just mute Justin. That's all. Just mute Justin, because otherwise, then my recording will also record what you hear.
Okay.
So it's all right. So I have it on the logo. Okay, I'm gonna get this started. Get to my page. Okay. So that's gonna be there. Where's my other thing of the camera? What did I do with it? Okay, that's here. Okay. So I'm going to start this up right now, or do you need... I'll give you time. Tell me when you're ready, and I'll start it up.
I'm ready, please.
You're ready?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Hey, how's everybody doing over there in Vape TV? Happy Thursday! Oofa! Oh! Let me lower up a little bit the mic because I want to blow people's ears. I've been blowing people's ears. Forget about it. So, how you guys doing over there this evening? It has been chilling, that's for sure. It has been hot and chilling. Chilling on the AC. Hot outside, 85, 89, 92 degrees. Too hot, very hot. Sweat bullets hot, I tell you. Oh, Maron. So with that, as I said, I'm bringing the Esterigon. And guess who else is on here for today, baby? Yes, yes. Finally, we got the man, we got the myth, we got the legend. Oh, only from Greece. Oh, baby boy, forget about him. Imeo, he's here. Yes, he's here live, I tell you. Forget about it. Matter of fact, let me bring him on. Imeo! How you doing over there? Oh.
Am I talking with the best reviewer in the world?
Oh, Whoa, now I'm red in the face. Oh, man. How you doing over there, my friend? It has been a while. A while. Thank you for coming again on Vape TV, baby. Woofa.
I'm very well, please. Thank you. I always enjoy your interviews.
Oh, thank you. Thank
I
you.
really love them.
Really? Oh, man, I'm telling you, man, it's just like totally exciting to have you again. This is, I think we had you, what? This is the third time, I believe, right?
Yes, I think yes. Yes.
Yeah, the third time. So what's been going on, Emil? What's been going on? Oh, you got to tell us some news because people are totally been waiting to hear certain things coming from you. Yep. You keep surprising them. That's what it is. You keep surprising. They're expecting something, and you give them something else, and then they're expecting something else, and you give them something way different.
Make difficult questions. I went to walk a little to clean my mind, to be ready for the interview, because you are a little difficult guy.
I'm a difficult guy, yes. That's understandable. But, you know, I asked you to come because, you know, it was your new release for Esterigon. Stainless steel. Beautiful looking mechanical device. I mean, it's just so clean looking and very slick. You know, I wanted you to talk about it. Tell us about it a little bit more. I mentioned a few things earlier on Vape TV, but it's better to hear it from you. I mean, I personally felt this is a great starting mechanical device. That's personally I felt. I wrote a big thing on it on ECF, as you saw. I gave 10 valid points as to why it should be great for anyone that's going on a mechanical mod. If they want to go into sub-ohms that a variable voltage can't do just yet until the VIR comes out, I think this is totally ideal for them. You know, if they're coming from something that they want to do 0.6, 0.5 ohms or something on a mechanical, you know, this is something that's very safe to use and very simple to use. You know?
Yes.
And
Yes.
I mean, I have it on here on the Penelope, and she is vaping beautiful on this throne.
I will tell you the thoughts behind Esterigon. Because as you may know, I try to make a simple device, and I have said again that if you really want to make something simple, it's a little difficult. Okay, giving options is it's not easy, but it's easier than make something very user friendly. And this was the thought behind Esterigon. I don't like complicated devices, but I like devices to have the most of the features, have all the features we can add on a mechanical device. It's not electronic. We don't have, I think, that electronics yet, but a mechanical device has to be simple for the user. That's the main purpose, to my opinion, on mechanicals. Features and simplicity. If you make a strange mechanical device that the user can't understand it or can't especially clean the contacts, because cleaning contacts is the most serious part on a mechanical mode, because mechanical modes needs cleaning all the time. If you need half an hour to clean, for example, the button, I'm sure that in a while this mode will go to the drawer. I would do that, and because I don't want to be in such a situation, I made something very simple, so users can use it very easy, and at the same time it has features and maybe more features than other mechanical modes. That's the thought behind it. Simplicity is what we need, not only on mechanicals, on electronics too. Simplicity. But we need features at the same time. That's the combination that we really want, in my opinion. Okay.
I totally agree. You gotta have simplicity in the mechanical mods, user friendly. something for the new people coming in, and also a little bit of changes as far as for the more experienced vapors.
Yes, yes.
You know, like you mentioned with the contacts, you know, for somebody that's coming in new, they're not going to understand much about contacts, cleaning contacts, you know. But for the experienced vapor that's been on mechanical mods, they know, you know, the work that's entailed as far as to the upkeep, the regular upkeep. It's no different from a car. You have to clean your car, you know, once in a while, you know. Some people clean it once a week. Some people clean it once a month, you know. No different, you know. Me, I like to clean my car every 3 days, but that's me, you know. But on a mechanical mod, you know, I mean, for this, let me tell you, I cleaned it once when I got it, and then I cleaned it again, and really, I didn't even need it to clean it the second time, but I did it anyway, and it was still hitting good. And with the parts on the inside, like what you were mentioning as far as rotating, like the only thing I would say is like for this part, the contact that's contacting the battery portion, because it's hitting the top part. So this is like the only one I would think maybe just want to like just clean it by, you know, Never Dull or the white gasoline method that you mentioned, which helps as well. But as far as the one for the 510, that's, you can rotate that like you mentioned, and it's like a new layer, a whole new layer on this pin, you know, which is totally great, you know.
Not exactly at this place, but when you take off the pins inside the button, the two pins that are waiting for the button to touch them, yes, you can take off those pins.
Okay.
And clean them very easy. Or
Yeah.
to rotate them in case you want a new layer, because you can't clean it at the time because you are on a friend's house or anywhere, or in the cinema, I don't know where. But you can turn them and they like new contacts.
It's just so. Well, what I like is that I can put any battery in here, 18650, and automatically adjusts. You know, it automatically adjusts, which is, I mean, I love that. You know, maybe a new person coming into mechanical may not appreciate that, but for people that's already been on mechanicals, this is something very simplistic. Other mechanicals that I have to adjust the caps as far as like what's touching the battery. Otherwise, it's going to rattle, and you know, there's too much space or too little space. You have to tweak it. You have to manually set that, as well as for the atomizer.
So, I want to tell you something. If you remember the adjustments, we first start making adjustments because the old days we needed adjustments. Okay. We found that adjustments were okay for people because we wanted better current, we wanted better connection, and all these things, atomizers to sit flush on connectors, etc. This time, to my opinion, passed. And passed because we know that adjustments are not very easy, because even if you are an experienced user, it is even more difficult for you, because experienced user is tired quicker than a new user. The new user may have the appetite to make adjustments, etc. The experienced user doesn't want to make any adjustment, to my opinion. He wants to put the battery and pay. The beginner will be an old user soon, and you will start boring all these things. If we can avoid adjustments and cleaning, that is the part that makes us tired most on mechanicals, then I think that we have the perfect e-cig. That's what all people want, and that's what I wanted to give to the
I want that, yeah!
A device that you don't need to do anything. Put an atomizer, vape. You have your air control, you have your locking option, but you make adjustments when they are needed. To lock the device, you need to make an adjustment, okay. But you can't make adjustment every time you put an atomizer, every time you put a battery, every time. I don't understand all this situation. We first did it, okay, I agree. But it's like we're talking why the old cars were made were made like this. Okay, they were all old cars. It was 5 years ago. We can't continue making devices like this. And of course, you can't make devices with gaps because you want to screw something and you leave a gap to make the battery contact. This is a little silly. Okay, you have a semi-screw with yeah, like this. Is this a device? This is something that I use to test my batteries. But this gap is unacceptable. I don't know if you agree. The cigarette has to be a cigarette, a nice, beautiful, no gaps. You can't push the battery hard. There is no reason for that. There are spring-loaded application series that can make a cigarette look and feel beautiful in your hands.
Right.
That's it.
And the other thing is the safety measures. That's already been incorporated on the Esterigon. You know, if you could tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, about safety. There are some things that even ECF haven't paid too much attention, and why I say this. I read what mods have to must have on them to be safe. And I see that ECF wires, the mods have holes for vending cooking. But if you don't say as a big forum ECF that you must have holes in your mod, but they have to be side holes, because if they are front holes, if the battery makes an explosion, the mod will from here will go here, from here to here, and the possible is that you will die. The devices that the front holes are really unacceptable. They have to be side. So if a battery explodes, the gases will go here and here. They will not go from here, and the mod will go to your throat, and they must not go here because gases will go to your face, and the mod maybe will go to your friend's face that is sitting near you. Okay, that's the one part. The second part is that springs inside Esterigon are not safe in future anymore because they are fat and strong. In case of circuit, we don't have a real safety because battery will still work, and if it happens an explosion, the only way we have to be protected is the venting will go via the cap. That's why I made holes that have a lot of space. It is about it is about 6 millimeters square millimeters. It's not big, it's not small. Okay, but at least I don't have 3 holes per 1 millimeter. I mean that I really feel that Esterigon is a mod that has a balance between safety and conductivity. We can't have conductivity and safety at the same time, except we put a fuse on mechanical mods, something that I did before 3 years, and I could do that again, but we will lose conductivity. You don't know exactly what to do on a mechanical mod. To my opinion, it is better to have to be safe and to have lower conductivity. As I said, I did it on GTS. I didn't do it on Esterigon, but at least we have springs that will not melt it, but they will lose contact of the battery before battery drains totally and may happen an explosion. It's, as I said, a balance. I try to focus a little on fuse on Esterigon 2. Imagine that in any other mode that doesn't have any spring at all, the battery, there's no safety at all. If the battery explodes, springs will not melt, will not lose contact with the battery, the contacts. At least Esterigon, it will happen after some time, not immediately like the fuse that was on GPS. That's it. As I said, it's a balance. I try to think about that too.
I perfectly I agree. There are certain mechanicals that I noticed, like for instance, their cap, their bottom cap. If they don't have a, if it's touching automatically in the metal, there's no Delrin to protect it. Like on yours, you have this piece, so that way it's like, you know, if the battery is hitting on top, it doesn't fire. Oh, excuse me.
Yes.
If it hits, well, let me. I feel like I need to sneeze one more time, but I know with the locking mechanism that you put in place, that totally pushes down this, so it doesn't go, you know, showing above this Delrin spacer, so that way it doesn't fire while you have it in your pocket, or because when you push this up, then it's already like above the actual Delrin, so it's going to automatically fire if the power button is pressed. And there's certain mechanicals that I noticed that they don't even have this spacer. You get a little, I wouldn't say you get a little bit more of a performance out of it, but I think it's a little bit hazardous without having this kind of safety in place. Plus you have vent holes here. You got four holes for venting, as well as you got the slits on the side over here. So, you know, it has, to me, if in the event like it's firing and it's heating up, it has enough to let all the heat extend out of the tube. So,
Yes.
you know, that's what I'm, you know, I was really, it's one of the features that I really liked, because as I said to everybody, when I got onto when I got really serious in mechanical mods, and I went to the, when I saw your product and I tried it, it was like, wow. I mean, I could be rest assured if something were to happen inside that tube, it's not going to happen to my face. The way it's designed.
More about the locking option. If you have noticed, it's not a locking option that we unscrew a cap without an O-ring. Because if you unscrew a cap without an O-ring, what will happen is that the cap will get screwed very easy in your pocket or in your bag. Having an O-ring, the O-ring presses the venting cap, the locking cap, when you screw it. So it is, you need a little force to screw it again, and that's one more safety feature to not fire a mod in your bag or in your pocket. It is, I mean, it is very steady. Locking cap is very steady. I could put instead of O-ring a metal nut, but you are never sure when you use a nut that it will not get screwed easy, if you understand what I mean.
Man, I'm just, you know what, I have it on the Odie right now. I just switched it off to Penny. What a vape. It's a delicious vape. You know, and it's funny because I don't want to sidetrack, but because of Odie, I did the video showing the Odie because somebody asked me, like, how does it work with the Odie? And I just wanted to show it again. Boom, it works totally great.
It reminds me GZTS with UFS. GZTS goes at 23 millimeters, UFS goes at 24.5, and no one complained about the difference of size.
No one. No one.
On Esterigon, it looks very nice, not exactly what we
Right,
want.
because what is it, 22, I think, on for the Odie, and the actual Esterigon is 21, and it's not. To me, it's you know, to me it's fine, but and they wanted to also know how it was performing on other drippers. Other drippers, which I showed like on the Helios, as far as like how it worked. It works fine. I mean, there's a 510 connector on there, you know, and it's spring loaded. I mean, this is completely spring loaded. This connector, and it's such a tight that it will automatically adjust to the height of the 510 pin. You know, so it's, to me, it's beautiful. You know, I can't tell you how many addies I have to keep adjusting to, you know, to get a little flush, you know, onto the cap. And this is just automatic, just completely automatic.
Yes.
You know.
Yes, one serious future, something that we must have. And another thing, most mods that have an adjusted pin to meet the atomizer, the problem with the pins is that when you screw or unscrew the pin, a liquid can go via threads to the battery. It was an option, as we said. It is an old option. We have to move forward. This is not an option to me anymore. The option is to have O-rings on a connector, a sealed connector, and a connector that can move up and down. That's the best option. We have all things at once. Conductivity with a spring loading with strong spring, sealed center post, and moving center post at the same time. All this by two O-rings. Nothing else is required. That's a simple solution. It's complicated if you try to think of it, but it's simple for the user. That's the main part. That's what I want to achieve all the time with these devices.
It's not complicated. I don't find it complicated one bit. Matter of fact, like just to show, like I'm enjoying the load on this right now. Like I have here on my Odysseus, if I can. Hit my pin. I need another ohm meter. If Rob is listening, I could use another ohm meter because, yeah. Let me see. Yeah, because the pin, I'm using an adapter on top of my ohm meter, and
I should wait that 0.3.
Let me see if I can. I don't know if this will. Well, there we go. So it's like 0.7 ohms on my Odie for dual coils, and I got 418. 419 is the bat on the charge, and then on the load 381, 375, 373. I gotta recharge this battery, but you know, from 3.8 to 3.78, so now it's 3.79. So it's it gives me a great vape, totally great vape. You know, and the air control that you have on here, which is quite simple to remove and clean, you know, because depending on what juices you're using, and the slits are pretty big, They're pretty big, and you get two nice size slits on here, you know. And with two O-rings, good resistance, I can just wipe it clean. I'm just blown away. You know, I'm totally blown away. And as far as for the side button, let me tell you, you know, there were some people said, why do you want to use a side button? What's wrong with a side button? I'm sorry, I don't see, why would there be anything wrong with having a side button? You know, look, hey, Proveri doesn't have a problem with a side button, right? This is my ex-wife, but I still keep her, you know. No offense. But, you know, she has a side button, you know, so there's other mods with side buttons. There's nothing wrong with side buttons, you know, and you had the one with the pinky, you know, which was very ergonomic, which was really nice, you know. And this is, I can fire it. I don't even have to press it with a finger. I can leave it as a fist and just.
May I say something about the side buttons?
Go ahead, by all means.
If side buttons were serious, China would have the first cigarette front buttons or up buttons, or I don't know why. This is the most serious place. And of course, the place of GTS, to my opinion, of course, because button has to push easy. You can't push it with your finger or like that, because first of all, you can't push the button right and you can't put the right pressure. It's not a physical movement. How I see it, front button are easy, as I wrote on here, are easy to be made. The first front button, if people remember, was slim. Slim had a front button that, if you have noticed, all mods out there have the same front button with a pin that moves and hits the button. On slim, we need a front button because it's very slim. We can't put side button. That's why we did it. But on fat mods, side front button is very awkward. Is not a button, to my opinion. That's how I see it. Okay, maybe I'm mistaken, but there are so many modes out there front button because it is easy to be made. There is no other reason. It is very simple. If you want to make a cigarette that is ergonomic, you have to have a side button. That's it.
I mean, the side buttons have been out even on Egos. Like you said, like on the China devices. Like I just mentioned on the Proveri because, you know, it's a variable voltage and people enjoy also side buttons. So, especially having this device that's mainly geared for new beginners getting on mechanicals, and also for the advanced users as well, because you have the benefits of the contacts. They already been cleaning contacts, so they already understand the simplicity, you know, of what you actually put in here that would actually help them, you know. And as far as for the new people, well, it's no different because if you go like an Ego Twist, Ego, you know, like the regular Egos that, you know, they sell in China that people start with, you know, very, very affordable Egos, but, and it's a small little plastic button, you know. So they're already used to something, you know, as far as pressing there, you know. Which is, I think is great. I think it's great because this button, I can press it like not even pressing hard, it fires. I could be the guy that presses everything very hard, and I mean very hard, like up there, you know, and I can press this all the way in.
The problem is, Bishop, that the people are used to a style because they can't find anything else on the market. They are used to a front style, for example. Imagine the opposite. If people were used to the side button, to the right place of the button, this is the right place. If someone was making a front button, do you think that any customer would buy it? No one, to my opinion. is very simple. Side button is the right button. That's it. All the rest of conversation is because people want to support what they bought. I understand that. They don't want to feel suckers because they bought it. But it's not the same as the side button. Things are very simple. If you agree.
Yeah, but the other stuff, I've had problems in the Egos. Like if I press it too hard, it will damage the button.
Yes,
I press this very, very hard. I can't damage this button because I mean I already know how it was designed. I already know what's in it and what so I can press it so hard, and it's just gonna magically come back up, and it still works fine, So it's very durable is where I'm trying to get at, and it's been out there, but it may have not been done as far as like in a better quality, and this button to me is just extremely durable, very durable on the contacts, and it's that brass pin that's on this button that's hitting those two pins going. It's just, when I first saw it, I have to say something. I thought of one mechanical mod in my head. One mechanical mod. Not, I thought of the Poldiak in my mind, until I saw the pieces. When I saw the pieces, I was like, oh, man, it's different. It's very different, the way you designed it.
Yes, because I don't mind to speak for other mods, I have to say that Poldiak was a very nice thought. It has a side button, very well done. It has a great locking option. On the other hand, this very strange switch that you need a lot of time to clean it is a problem, is a real problem. And while I was thinking of Esterigon, I wanted to solve this main issue. The main issue on mechanicals is cleaning. We have to say it again. And that's why I wanted something that will not have even fets. Something that you would pull it, clean it, and put it back. That's one of the best options on Esterigon. And is what all people need, experience and beginners and all people. I'm an experienced user. I can't spend half an hour to clean the button. It is impossible. It is crazy. I once a year. And you think that I will spend half an hour to clean the button? I can't do that. I don't like to do that. I have other work to do. I want to vape like a serious person. How else can I say? You understand?
I understand because, a lot of my friends, when I clean their mods, they're like, is there a mod out there that I don't have to do any of this stuff to? And I'm like, well, when you go into a mechanical, you have to clean the contacts, you have to clean these things, the switches, so it can keep performing good. But let me finish, and when I finish, you vape, and you tell me how you like. And their eyes, Imeo, their eyes are like...
Yes, okay, yes.
like really, like they just start bulging when they're vaping it, and with the Poldiak, it takes time. It takes about 40 minutes because you got to there's reverse threaded screws inside, 2 screws on each side. You got O-rings. You got so much stuff in there, and then you got to mount it and reset it as you're putting the stuff in, holding it with a tool that they give you. So it's a little bit more complicated. It's more for an advanced mechanical user. This is not a totally advanced. It's really not advanced. I mean, I took this whole thing apart, when I was showing the people, and I put it all together in less than 15 minutes. In 15 minutes, I put everything together. Not a switch, everything. And it doesn't take long. And it was because I was explaining it, but if I was doing it myself, maybe 7 minutes, 5 minutes to put everything together. It doesn't take long. It isn't really, you made it very simple is what I'm trying to say. It's very, very simple.
Now that we are talking about Poldiak, I have to say something about the maker. I don't know the maker of the board egg. I have met them personally, but at least know that he's, it seems a great person, a serious person. He works, he doesn't annoy me at all. Okay, he made a very nice mod, but as I said, the cleaning is a very serious matter. It's the most serious on mechanicals. There's nothing more serious on mechanical. You understand? Like, you have to have a nice, clean mod all the time, and you have to spend no more than 2 minutes to clean.
Well, I enjoy it. I enjoy cleaning. So, you know, I can understand some people may not. They don't want to deal with any of that. They just want to rush right in, you know, to it, which is okay. Everybody's different, you know. And the Poliac to me is a pretty decent device, you know. It's
I understand. You enjoy cleaning. I enjoy cleaning too, but I don't enjoy cleaning every time. Sometimes I don't enjoy cleaning. I want to clean my mod whenever I want. I don't want the mod to push me to clean it, because if it doesn't bake well, sometimes I don't have the appetite to clean it. I want to make a clean quick. If I want to make a deep cleaning and I have the appetite, then I can do it. But I want to decide.
I agree. No, I understand, because if when I'm going to a vape meet and I got like the night before, I have to probably clean a couple of mechanicals. It's like, put it to sonic cleaner, put it to, you know, buff it, polish it, you know, make it look nice. It takes time. It takes time.
Of course.
And this is something, I mean, you even showed it on one of your videos. You showed it as far as when you did the low drop. You did a low drop video, you know, showing how well it performs. And before you did it, you cleaned the contacts. And it took you maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes or less to clean the contacts with the gasoline. 1, 2, 3, boom.
I cleaned the whole motor with the gasoline.
Yes, that's right. The tubes and all.
It would take me 1 minute, because the only contact that needs cleaning is the pin of the button. If you want to clean the rest, look here, man, I made the video, but I can do that again. It is very easy. If you want to clean
please.
The button, the contacts, here it is. You want contact? That's the one contact that is, it doesn't get dirty. If you want to clean it from oil only, because of your hands, just do this.
Oh, right on the shirt. Okay.
Okay. You do that to the other contact, and you want to clean the button because that's one that gets dirty. You take it off. Here is the contact. That's it. Excuse me, camera. Okay. Do that again like this, or take a mesh, as I have shown on video. You put it again, and that's the cleaning of Esterigon. Nice and easy, without any trouble.
I like it. I like simplicity.
Well, I think that all people like simplicity, but as I said, they have to support their purchase. They have to support what they bought. It's a human, the human nature. It's not bad, but when we are talking about constructions, we have to say some things that are objective, if I use the right word. We can talk with our friends that our mod is good, is like this, and it's like this, and works like this. Okay, but some things are standard. The standard thing is that we need a quick cleaning, we need automated contact, we need safety, and we need beauty. We can't have gaps on our mod if it is possible.
True, true. Now, there was a few people that sent me messages before the release of the Esterigon asking me if you were going to include any kind of logos or emblems or engravings onto the tube. And I wasn't sure. Like I mean, when I saw your videos and you were talking, I mean, I saw already like the GG logo on the Switch, but they were like they wanted they were asking if there was going to be, you know, where's to my friend? Where's to my, you know, where are my wings? They wanted wings on their tubes, you know? And you know, if I'm out there at Penelope, I get my wings because wings are on the Penelope. But, you know, is there anything for future Esterigons or something maybe down the road you may consider?
Of course, there is. It is. I will start making what I have thought in about 5 days, and I'm preparing the machines for that. And it will be something very beautiful, very beautiful. I don't think that anyone else has done something like this. You will see, of course.
Ooh. So something like to replace the tube itself only, or
Only the tube.
only the tube? Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah. Ooh, forget about it. Brass? Brass?
Have something here.
Brass? Anything in brass?
No, only stainless steel.
Okay, okay. I thought I asked because I know that was another question coming up about brass, you know. But yeah.
That's why I said that you will make difficult questions because
I have more.
no, because we talked on Skype. You said some things, but on the interview you say some more things, and I knew that from the beginning.
Well, I gotta be honest about it. I gotta give you a fair interview, you know. So it's I'm gonna be hitting everything because I had some of the people on Vape TV, being that being that this is offline recording, and I'm gonna be submitting it to them on Thursday, live. I've had some of them to write up some questions, which they did on the Vape TV site. One was from Deeds. It wasn't relating towards Esterigon. It was relating towards Achilles. Any news? He's one of many, you know, wanting Achilles. And I've already, you know, explained to many of the viewers that you decided not to go through the Achilles. But they're hoping, believe me when I tell you, they're hoping and praying for you to come out with Achilles.
Achilles was a project that I was ready to make, but I don't know how the design was known from others. But as you know, the design of Achilles is already made, and I don't want to say anything more about that. But the only thing is that Achilles now exists, so I don't have a reason to make something that exists on the market.
Okay.
Making something that exists has no point at all.
The difference, I think I can understand what you're saying. However, the difference is, it's not Imeo that made it. You see what I mean? They want it made by Imeo. Maybe a small, I don't know. If you would think about it, sleep on it. Just sleep on it. You know, a very, very, very small batch. Who knows? Sleep on it. Don't say no. Don't say a fast no. Just think about it. Forget about it.
I will tell you one more reason in this. Making, I have said this reason is here too many times. Let's say that I make an atomizer that is buildable and put it on a tank. Okay. First of all, let's start from the fact that it will not fit it well because this atomizer is not steady on a tank. On the other hand, you will try to unscrew it, and most of the times the tank will slip on on the atomizer, and maybe the tank will get off, and you will have liquid on your t-shirt. Or if the liquid, if you are quick enough and liquid doesn't come off, you have to grab the atomizer that is off the tank, to grab it like this and unscrew it, something that it may never happen. So we have to take off all the atomizer and the tank, and grab the atomizer and make a mess. And it's an old method to feed to vape. We made a lot of years ago tanks. Okay, if you remember, the first tank was made by HG. It was okay those days. Now we have tankomizers. The only reason that we need small atomizers to put inside tanks is because people like the designs. They like a tank because it has holes, it has glass or anything else. I agree, but they are not so effective. And as you know, all these years I work to make things perfect, or more, or better than previous. I don't focus on design. It's not my field. I will make designs when I will stop finding new things or inventing new things. Now it's not the time, in my opinion. That's why I'm working now on electronics, that we have too many things to do there. And that's why I'm working on Proteus and on beer and so many things. I mean that I can't spend my time on design when we have serious things to do. That's me, okay.
It's understandable. I totally understand that. Which pretty much, another person also asked about the Achilles, but asking that, well, this is from Blacksmith Pro, BSP. He was asking, he said, Imeo, as Achilles now seems unlikely to be made, meaning that he's aware that, you know, you're not going to be making them, but will you be incorporating anything from it into a future project design? The small chamber of it, which is essentially that of a standard atomizer. Like, would you?
I didn't understand well. He's talking about a smaller atomizer or thinner.
He's asking, being that you're not going to make the Achilles, he's aware, you know, with the situation like you just mentioned. Would you actually put something similar of that design to a smaller chamber atomizer?
If we make something like this, it has to be without ceramic and without an arc wire, because it has to be something different. This conversation we had it yesterday with some friends on ECF. I haven't thought a way to do that because it's not a priority, but I think from a first thought that it's difficult. It needs more thought if we want to make something like this and to be a serious construction. Making two posts, we don't have enough room for the wick to be inside it. We have to make only microcoils, and very thin microcoils, and I don't know if there are microcoils like this. Or we have to think.
Leave it to me. Forget about it. I'll make those microcoils work. Oh, on that thing.
I'm sure about that.
That's all right. You know, it's because the reason why I can't speak for BSP, but I've been experimenting with very small rebuildable drippers, and they have great flavor. But there's no well. There's no, you know, big well or anything in there. You know, and it's very nice. So we thought, you know, hey, maybe you can do something, I don't know, with that idea that you had an Achilles, but in a very small, tiny dripper. Like, I mean, I can name a few, like from the China mods, you know, like the Phoenix, you know, like what I did like years ago, that small little dripper that I used back then that I did the Zeus coils on, that was small, stuff like that. Something very, very tiny. The tinier the chamber, oh man, does it give some nice, you know, but it doesn't last. Like, you only get like 1 or 2 pulls and you got to re-drip, drip, 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 drip. You know, it's the only thing.
Yes, the dripping style, because maybe I don't understand some things that are happening to the market. The first cigarette that was China made were working like drippers. You drip 5, 4, 3, 7 drops inside the wicking material. Okay. That was the first style, and then we made tanks, we made tampomizers and all these things. Now we came back to dripping for some reason, I suppose. I suppose that no one likes dripping in reality. Dripping is for only because you have the time to drip and to see television and drip again, etc. It's not the procedure that people really like. I suppose that they do dripping for other reasons, for the taste, for example, as you said. It's the only reason, to my opinion, for the taste.
You're right. It's mainly for the taste, and of course, other people took it further because they want plumes, they want clouds, you know. But I'm more for taste. I love taste. Gotta taste delicious, you know. Ooh, like cinnamon titties, baby. Forget about it. Oofa.
So they have a better taste. It is not for all situations, but only when you want the taste and the big clouds, I suppose. You can't carry a dripper everywhere. You can't carry it to your work or to your office, or I don't know when you want to really vape with a tampomizer. Am I right?
You're right. I mean, not for nothing, but I get good taste on Odie, and I get plenty of plumes, plenty of clouds, you know. Not that I care about clouds, it just comes out, you know. But it's I just prefer taste, and I get
Yes, 1 minute usually holds.
And then BSP asked another question. He asked about if you're a CAD reliant designer, or do you go through more experimentation with physical machine builds before you settle on a final product, and then do CAD for mass production via CNC?
Please repeat, because I didn't understand anything.
No problem. He said, Imeo, are you a CAD reliant designer? Do you depend on CAD? The program CAD?
No. I design all designs are made on Photoshop.
Okay.
I don't know how to work CAD. I never learned it because there was no reason for that.
Okay. So, do you experiment more on the prototypes, on the machine builds, before you actually do a final? You know, like, when do you say, okay, make me 50 pieces or 1,000 pieces? Like, when does that come? You know, like, if you designing something now,
I will tell you the procedure. First of all, I imagine what I want to make. Then I want to design it on Photoshop. On Photoshop, maybe I have a 3D ability to imagine things. When I design something, in my mind is like 3D. I know what I made. It's always in my mind. It comes down, up, side, etc. So when I make the first sample, the most of the cases is working as I expected. Sometimes, of course, I have lost on Photoshop half millimeter, the ring doesn't sit very well, and all these things. But, for example, the new rebuildable part for Penelope 3 for Penelope 3 came out of the machine exactly as it was in my mind. So I don't really need CAD in right now. If I want cut, of course, the CNC machine shop knows how to use a cut and can make the designs, but there's no reason for me to put him more work because
Okay.
there's no.
But to put it through the CNC machine, doesn't it have to go like maybe through CAD or something, as far as to put it in the computer?
The CNC machines doesn't work only with CAD. If you design something on CAD, you can put it on CNC machine. But if you don't have CAD, you can type the orders on the CNC machine.
Okay.
On its computer, and it will take the order and make the piece.
Okay. Now, hopefully that answers BSB's question. Now, Omar asked, "Hi, Robert. I've got a question I would like you to ask Imeo when you interview him." Okay, well, I am interviewing him now, so let's see. Oh, okay. He's asking. He's. Oh man, this is weird. Okay, he's asking if you would actually come out with a Genesis GG atomizer that use argument that he don't like mesh because of the fear that mesh will rust. He has said this many times on ECF forum, but the 316. Okay, pretty much he's asking is, would you please make a Genesis atomizer? Is what he's asking from GG.
It's like you asking me to make a gun without safety. I don't think that no one would make a gun like this. Let's say that we make a mesh atomizer. Okay. The oxidation of mesh is a poison to our lungs, to our body. Every time we oxidize the mesh, we vape the oxidation. I really don't know why some people disagree on this. We are talking about something that is more than obvious. I don't vape rust. It is simple as that. If someone, when cigarettes came to the market for 4 or 5 years or 6, was telling you that you will vape rust on your e-cigarettes, be sure that you will stay on Marlboros. That's for sure. Okay. Now that we make constructions, someone decided that we can vape mesh. It is really stupid to my opinion, and I don't want to make something like this just to make some money. It is not a good idea. It is a bad idea. I can't drive people to vape mesh. I don't want to do it. It's wrong.
It's okay. You know what? It's in your right. Okay, if you feel that you don't want to produce a GG atomizer Genesis because of health reasons, health concerns, you feel it's toxic, that's fine. That's ACEs. You know, I can respect that. You know.
I will tell you something else. Because we think that we vape safe, I give on safety a lot of concern. Be sure that we vape acrolein, because we may vape in high temperatures. Acrolein is dangerous for our body, but we don't. We go on very high ohms, very high watts with low ohms, and we vape acrolein just to have a big smoke. Is this serious vaping? What do you think? It is bad. It is wrong. It is wrong. We started vaping to be safe, not to be sick and die. Okay, we had a purpose, and the road is this, and we go like this. I really don't get it.
No, I can totally respect that. Now, is there any information out there that we can show? Because a lot of people will disagree that, you know, vaping on mesh is okay. I guess if they go into certain temperatures, some people agree, disagree. You know, everyone has different feelings about that. I've won. I vaped on Genesis, but I'm not. It's not a 24/7 for me. I'm always changing. I'm always, in all honesty, I'm always changing. So at times I will vape a Genesis. I don't go really to sub ohms. It's more like a very cool vape just for the flavoring. Um, and for heat, for major heats, I'm like going on stuff like this. If it's a tank dripper, Ithaca, stuff that's with a tank base, so that there's enough juice flowing. Drippers, same thing. I would use cotton, silica wick, echo wool, stuff like that. I've done videos with the mesh and stuff for people that you can put mesh on here if they wanted to, but it's not something that I do on a regular basis. It's more like 2 or 3 times or 4 times every 2 weeks, or within a month, I'll hit that. Otherwise, I'm on drippers or silicas and stuff like that.
Okay, but you are a reviewer and you have to test everything. I made mistakes like this because I am the maker, and sometimes I overdone some things, but it is wrong. I vape with a lot of nicotine to see how atomizer works. I vape in high temperatures, but these are only experiments. It's not my everyday style. If you vape like this all day, I really hope that people are all safe. I praise for that because that's vaping, and because all people must be well and safe. But if something is obvious that is wrong and you continue doing it, I think that is your responsibility. Okay, I understand that too, but trying to say that it is safe, something that is unsafe, as I said, it's not right. Okay, and
I agree.
I'm talking about obvious things. I don't say that maybe this will happen. Maybe this will happen. It's not a maybe. It's a fact. It's a fact. You
Okay.
can't be trust. How else can we say a so simple thing? Okay. Okay.
No.
I understand that there will be disagreements of this, but I can't do something more. I can't. I don't like people seeing people oxidizing their wires. It is not right.
Well, Vapor 88 had another question, but I think he's already going to understand the answer already, being that you already gave that answer. But he was asking, when will Imeo make a supersonic, amazing golden Greek dripper for professional competition cloud chasing? I would like to see something amazing that hasn't been done before. It can be a hybrid from my Copper GGTS. It also 510. I can vape for flavor, and I can do supersonic cloud chasing vapor. Ooh, the Bruce special, Baja. He says, that's.
So look.
Okay.
These constructions exist on the market. If you know how I was, what was my role those 5 years, I always make something that no one expects it. And why I do this? I do this because I don't want to make something that other people made. I don't see the point. So, the road is first we will solve problems that other mods have, like I did with Esterigon, for example, that I solved a lot of problems of side patterns near atomizer mods, or we have to make something that doesn't exist. For example, I made mechanical mod 5 years ago. This didn't exist on the market. Then I made the CTS with all those features that didn't exist on the market. Then I made Odysseus, something that didn't exist with a mouthpiece and liquid control. And now, if you have noticed, even China atomizers, they have a cone and the resistance is to the bottom, and they feed it lipo tissues. Now I want to make something different on electronics too. That's the main purpose. After electronics, I have already thought of an atomizer that it doesn't exist, so people can't imagine it yet. They can't imagine something that doesn't exist. It is something very special. Of course, it will take a lot of time to be made because it requires electronics, but it will be an atomizer that, for example, you will not need any wire at all. You can't understand what I have in my mind, of course, but it is something that I want to bring to the market, something different, unique. Making a dripper. Okay, why I have to make a dripper? I think that at about 100 drippers exist on the market. Okay, I will make a dripper and there will be 101.
That's true. That's true. I mean, even on electronic devices, Imeo, now it's like you have the GI, 100 watts. They're making it more now. I think up to 125 watts. Now the one that came out with Bishopheals out in the Philippines, which is all digital. It looks like it looks like an iPhone, pretty much, you know. And I don't know if you've seen that. That's like, you know, they're going so high. I mean, I can produce you can do that on a mechanical tool. You can double stack the battery, if anything, and do the same thing. But they're coming out with these. Being that you're bringing up electronics, you know, for Proteus and stuff, they're coming out with all these things, you know, and some of them are not safe. You know, I'm concerned with that. You know, I didn't even go and try to purchase one because I was afraid of blowing up my face. You know, if there's something wrong in the circuitry, or, you know, to even use at those. I mean, I feel safer doing it on a mechanical mod than I do on something like that. And I think maybe a few people may feel the same, and some people may feel different. But I'm a little concerned because I know on a tube I can double stack two 18650s or three 18650s, and with the amount of volts that I get, I can actually adjust the ohms of the coil that I do. You know, if it's going to be like a 5 ohm coil, 6 ohm coil, or, you know, to be within the safety measures, you know. But then you get like a big, you know, you're going to get a big stick of a mod, you know. So I'm a little concerned with that. So I'm a lot of people are waiting for your Proteus. And I want you to talk a little bit more about it, as far as like what do you, if there's anything else that is different that you're changing onto it from the last time we spoke about Proteus here on Vape TV. If there's anything new that's going to be added in, that's going to revolutionize a little bit on electronics.
Oh, okay. The first revolution on electronics is a VIR, and maybe it will be the last revolution on electronics on mods. What I mean by that? First of all, you can vape at 100 watts and still to be safe.
Okay.
Still to be safe. Why? Not with urine technology. With VIR technology, you will be able to do that. That's a promise. So you will have a big smoke and you will vape safe. Second is that I'm not against of devices like 100 watts, but I'm against of devices that are like this, and this. That I will put it on my shoulder and I will vape 200 watts. That's not a serious solution. You have to make something that is small, pocketable, and vapes at 100 watts. I can do that, and it is the next project, but not like an iPhone. Because after a while we will have something like a television. Okay, only a few people will buy this just because, okay, they want to buy 100, but the majority doesn't want devices like this. It is silly.
Agreed.
We have to connect to marry all things together, small, nice, strong. If you make something strong, it is ugly, it has no meaning, has no point. I hope you agree.
No, I do. I mean, it has to be that would benefit the masses.
Yes.
Definitely, it has to benefit the masses, and also benefit the more experienced, the more enthusiastic vapors as well. And you always try to meet everybody in the middle, you know, and that's what I've seen so far in all your devices. You always try to meet everybody. If they want hot vape, they can get hot vape. If they want nice and cool vape, they can get that. Always meeting them in the middle, so it's good for everybody all around. So I that's what I've experienced from your devices, compared to, I don't want to name what other devices, but other devices are more geared for certain people, and not for the masses, you know, which I could understand, but I kind of like that concept, because that way it's like I can give it to my girl and say, here, you can vape on this, and I don't have to worry about her blowing her face, or something, something wrong, will go out, as far as on the device. And on the Proteus, I trust in in your safety measures, highly. So that's what I've been really holding on. That's why I really didn't want to go for those 100-watt devices. I'm waiting for yours. I'm waiting for that device to get released already. I mean, release! You gotta release it! Oh!
For example, Bishop, to see how I work, I want to support the most of the people. I want to go up here when the really crazy people are here. Okay, I don't want to do that because I feel it is unsafe or anything else. I want to support the most of the people, but I give options for people that want something more. For example, I put a mouthpiece that is moving to control liquid. Many people didn't understand that option, and they thought that is for experienced users. Okay, it is not for experienced users because they can do something very simple. You want to work it like Typhoon, for example. It's an example. Open permanently your mouthpiece, and it will work like Typhoon, for example. You want the ability to control, you have the mouthpiece to control. So it is for beginners, it is for experienced users too. I can't accept the fact that it is, for example, a odysseously complicated device, because it is not. It is complicated for people that want to use it in a complicated style, but it works like a simple style. That's an example. I don't want people to be confused because we give many features to a cigarette. It can work like a simple cigarette, it can work for advanced users too. That's what I want to achieve. I don't want to support only mass. I want to support the ages too, not the total ages, because I feel that it's not safe to go there. But I want to support all people except the small people that are on the edges, very high or very low.
Yeah, I can relate to that, because like your Odie was initially designed, I guess, for single coils, and I was able to do duals and triples, more advanced builds on there. And on your iAddy, by default, it was mainly for single coil, and again, I was able to do more complicated builds for advanced users that want, more out of it. So that's, your device always meets, I feel it meets for everyone, as far as for a beginner, for intermediate, and a little bit more advanced into vaping, that they're looking to get a little bit of that extra edge, and you still can, so that's why I'm very confident for your Proteus. I mean, I'm extremely confident, because I think I would be the one hitting the 100 watts on that thing. Shoot,
I'm I'm
that's a given.
you can able to pay 200 bucks just for fun.
Look, this is my I love this. This is my I Addy. Oh man, and it just it blings perfect onto the Esterigon. It looks almost in one piece. Aesthetically, it kind of looks in one piece.
You have the long version, the standard version. You don't have the small one.
You never sent me the small one. Which fluid vapor, let me tell you, when I saw it, I was like, yo, Rob, do you have this thing? No. I'm like, no.
Didn't let me to send you anything because he wanted to give it to his customers, and because it was his logo.
Blah 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 blah. So where's Fluid Vapor's special edition? You know.
Whenever he likes, we can contact, we can speak, no problem.
Good, because I mean, listen, I love the big tank. I love the big tank. But if it's smaller tank, I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit hotter because it's shorter in height.
You said hot.
Hotter. It's going to be, bitchin' heat. Lots of heat.
Yes.
On the Ayati, being that, what is it, like almost half the size of this as far as the regular?
It is 8 millimeters less. Almost 1 centimeter, almost.
That's good. So it would be like a Penelope with the heat.
Maybe yes. If you want to tell you the truth, I don't have a short Ayati. All short Ayati are in small guru. I don't have.
You don't even have one? You don't have one? Oh, I don't know about you guys, but it's very hard for me to swallow that right now. I think he has it in one of those cabinets back there, hidden. He gotta have it hidden. Shoot. But you know, I'm very, very, very satisfied, and with your products, I really, you know. And the customer support has been excellent because anybody on the board on ECF forums, you know, and anyone that has an issue, everyone is just so warm as far as helping one another out. If it's something that they may find challenging and, you know, or they overlook the setting onto the device, that's really what it is. And then you made it more simplistic by removing non-resistance wires on most of your addies, and that helped a lot of the people that I see. They really enjoy that, of just wrapping 4 or 5 wraps, 6 wraps on Canton, and that's it, and call it a day, you know. And they're enjoying that. Yeah, I surely enjoyed it. I was doing some crazy builds on that, you know, and the durability was excellent. You know, there's nothing that burnt, nothing that melted. I put it to the test.
For example, when I made the no resistance style, I wanted to make something different, not 2 posts. 2 posts, there are a lot of customizers with 2 posts. I wanted to make something that would go out and inside a base, a moving repeater part. I wanted to make moving posts in case you want to make a micro coil or a long coil. I wanted to put the plastics far away from the resistance. I wanted to keep liquid control together with the no resistance style. I wanted all those things. Making an atomizer with 2 posts, it is really easy, and they exist on the market, as I said before. I had no reason to make something like this. That's why I made Penelope and Hacker and all this stuff.
It's just excellent, man.
If you want to make something, to my opinion, if you are a maker, you have to make the difference. Making something that another one made, it's only because you want to make money. You don't have another reason. It is very simple. It is not bad to make money, but making something similar, it is a little bad. it is a little bad.
There's a lot of similarities out there in the market. There is definitely, from drippers to, I mean, it's, man, I mean, some may be built a little better, and then it's missing a little feature that the other one has versus the other one. You know, it's very, very similar. I mean, it's very similar, you know, and what I don't see in the market is tank atomizer systems that is very unique, like the Penelope, like the Ithaca, like the Odysseus, like the Iati. It's very, all of those are different in the inside, the way it's built, the way it's designed, different, okay, and it's original, you know, and I don't see anybody else having something like that, with the exception to clones, which I could care less about clones. I just, there's nobody coming out with designs like that, you know, as far as like a tank system, the way you do it. It's just very, very, very original, you know, and I like that. I like things that are extremely original. I'm original. I find you to be extremely original. And I think it matters as far as in the e-cig industry to have originality in the products. You know, not something that's copied or make it a little similar, or they can't think of something completely different, you know?
The reason is very simple. People don't like to think. They found the market and they think that their way, by copying or any way, they will make some quick money. The point is not the money. Of course, it's the money for people that don't have them. I understand, of course. But because I never had a money problem, I wanted to make something for the community, something nice, unique, something that will help users. Maybe if I didn't have the money from the start, I would follow the same path. It is possible. Anyway, I didn't follow it for some reasons. If you don't have to show something unique, better not make anything. If you want to sit and think, it would be always better, because people will appreciate the new thing, the original thought. Okay, but if you are tired, if you can't think, your mind can't think, okay, it's okay, no problem. But if you are tired of thinking and you choose the easy way, you will not go anywhere, to my opinion. Yes, you will disappear in a while. It's not the right path. All people understand what I say, and they know that I'm right, because they feel the same way. I understand. I know that I'm not from Mars. I think like other people. But from time to time, it's nice to say the truth, the reality, the right thing. Okay.
You're very passionate with your devices that you actually make, and I can see that. And you love what you do, and you want to do it for the community. And you know, you're giving us a, you know, it's a big legacy that you're going to be leaving us, you know, with your products.
Thank you, Bish, and I really hope that people will remember me when I get retired.
Oh, you're still too young. You're still too young. You're still too young. Forget about it. Shit. If I have to move to Greece, forget about it.
I mean that I'm working for that. I'm working for people. For example, people on ECF, on the community, they are all great people. They support the way they think. They understand things that I don't know if other people understand. They are clever people that know why they are on G forum, and they know what they are doing. That's what I have seen. They are smart people, and I like that. I wouldn't like to be the shepherd and all the others be the sheep. It is stupid. I'm not more clever than other people. Maybe I'm more clever on this field, on cigarettes. Other people are clever on other things. But I like that we're equal. We work together.
True, true. It's a fantastic community. You know, unfortunately, ECF, a lot of people can't go in there because they get banned. They're just banned. You know, unfortunately, you know, so we have to rely on Facebook. We have to, you know, rely on Skype. We to communicate because otherwise, bam, you know. I mean, when I had the incident that I got banned, I was like, my eyes just jiggled like, huh? Really? Are you serious? So, and I asked on Vape TV, how many of you guys got banned from ECF or can't go on ECF? And it's a lot of them that got banned. They can't go on ECF. You know, not because I don't know. It's just the rules are a little too much. I mean, you know, I don't want to go into any specifics or anything, but it's just sometimes it's a little bit of a problem. You know, it's like you're walking on eggshells.
Yes, and I have heard that some models, something I don't really like it, and I'm wondering, some models act like kings. And
That's precisely it. They think they're royalty or something. You know, I don't get it. I really don't get it.
that, that impresses me a lot. Who you think you are? If you are a person that thinks something, okay, it is good. Because it is good, you are something better than the others. That's another crazy thing that I have noticed. But
Well, Emil, I know it's very late for you over there from where you're at, and I just want to say thank you for taking the time. You know, coming on Vape TV. You know, again, and it's great having you. You know, I next time if it's still convenient for you because it's the time difference. You know, it's what is it, 7 hour time difference, I believe. It's I know it's extremely late for you over there right now.
it's 2 o'clock. I don't have a problem, and be sure that I always enjoy your interviews. I am very relaxed, as you see. You are a great reviewer, friend, and I'm not tired at all. Of course, the interview must finish.
I know, but it worked out doing it offline, because Thursday nights is my show, and that's, you know, I think it's five in the morning your time or something like that, or and then Sunday it's like 3 in the morning. So you know, that's why I said let's do it offline, so it makes it a little easier for you, you know, and then everybody on Vape TV, they'll get to see it. I'm gonna let everyone see this on Thursday, so they'll get a chance. And plus, Lou sends hello. You know, Luciano. He's the head of Vape TV, the creator of Vape TV. He sends his love and hugs and kisses. But you gotta be careful because he loves to grab people's asses. Oh, forget about it. That's Lou. With that, I just want to say thank you again for coming. And you know, Esterigon, I think it's a wonderful mod. I mean, I had to pick up 2 more of these mods from Rob today. I told him, I said, you better put two of them on the side, send them to me, because I want it. I want one for Shannon, and the other one I'm going to be using back to back, because she was using it and she loved it. She was like, oh, this thing is beautiful. And she's loving it. She's on the Penelope. She's just seriously on the Penelope. I gave her the Athaka to try, and she was like, it's too big. I like it small. She likes Penelope. That's okay. She likes it small. No problem.
Very happy with the Proteus. Very happy.
She's thrilled. She's totally thrilled. You know, this almost grew legs. Right into her purse. This almost walked away from my hands, from my desk, going into her desk. You know, she likes it. She loves it. So that's why I had to pick up another one. You know, pick up 2 more. So it's a great device. It's totally great. You know.
You like it? I'm
It's,
happy that.
and I'm pretty sure a lot of people, you know, as they're getting it, you know, and I have to do a video. Well, you already did the video as far as for the cleaning of the contacts. That's all what they have to do to calibrate it, and tightening of with the torque that's inside to give it even a little bit more power. Ooh, fa. It's phenomenal. Oh, I tell you. But, you know, with that, I'm going to let you go. I just want to say thank you for coming again. And I just want to wish everyone good night at Vape TV land. All right? So with that, I'm going to let you guys go. Live hard and vape hard. And thank you, Imeo, for coming.
Okay. Thank you, Bishop.
Okay, it is done recording.